Welcome to another update here in TandemCTelevision Studios, and we had a little setback last week with some sub-freezing temperatures, but we're back at work and we're making good progress. Let's go check it out. Don't go anywhere. Temperatures are up to 70 degrees here at the studios. They were 10 degrees last week, 70 degrees this week. Weather in Southeast Texas is really unpredictable, but the warm weather this week means that we can get back out and working on Studio A, and that's just what we've been doing. And I've got a good bit done with the insulation of the walls. In fact, pretty much the entire walls, all four walls are insulated. One wall being not much because there's a garage door there, but the three main walls and the front wall around the garage door are pretty well insulated with R13 insulation. So we've got R3 insulation board that we use to seal up in between the 2x4s, and then now we've got the R13. So we've got a total basically of R16 in the walls. Now there are some spaces you see that weren't filled. There's a few reasons for that. One, these two are not filled yet because we got wires that are running out that we need to take care of first. So we got the home runs we got to finish for all the outlets we put in. Plus we got to figure out what we're doing with these other wires that are running in. I think some of these are going to be removed, so we've got to figure that out yet. And then I've also got some spaces that I need to add some foam. So I need one more can of spray foam. Like this area here I need to fill, which is a spot where I thought I was going to be putting in an outlet, but now I'm not going to be, so there's just a hole there. Also, we've got holes running through some 2x4s and through some of the joists that we need to spray foam in, including on the front wall here, the last space on the front wall I need to insulate. We've got the holes where the wires are running out to the outlets outside of the building. If you've been following this series, you know I'm a little bit of a hoarder, and I don't throw any of the scrap pieces away, including the scrap pieces of insulation I had left over at the bottom ends when I was cutting them down to size. So I used those to actually just kind of stuff into the smaller spaces in the corners that needed insulation also. Kind of worked out nicely. I didn't have to use a full length of insulation. I can just use those cutoff pieces, shove it in there, and it should work just fine. Also, if you've been following this series, you know we had to add some insulation board in between the 2x4s, which really took away some of the depth that we have in the wall space. So when it came to putting in the R13 insulation, I actually had to staple them to the outside of the 2x4s. Normally you want to staple them inside the 2x4s, the little flaps, the extra flaps on the sides of the insulation, but I had to staple to the outside of the 2x4s because it just didn't have the space with that insulation board back in there. But it should work fine. I think it's gonna, the sheetrock will push it in flat. There's no reason this shouldn't work. On the front wall, you can see it done more traditionally where you just staple them to the insides of the 2x4s, and it gives you a little more space to work with inside the walls. I don't think this is gonna be a problem on the three side walls. Shouldn't be an issue. If you know of any reasons why this would be an issue, of course, let me know down in the comments below. We're almost to the point also of doing drywall, and I had a couple questions about how we're going to do this also when it comes to the front wall. So on the front wall, we've got things like the light switch, which is basically just attached to the outside of the 2x4s. So I don't know how we're going to run the drywall around not only the switch, but the wiring for this. I don't know if maybe we'll need to build the wall out a little bit to the light switch, and then I'll just sheetrock there. But then that also brings up how I'm going to do the drywall on the ceiling with the garage door opener brackets. I think it should be pretty simple. I could just drop the brackets, put in the drywall, and reattach the brackets. But that brings me back to the front wall of the assembly, or the spring assembly on the front wall. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, because the best way to do it, of course, would be to just remove the whole structure, drywall, put it all back up. But I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous when it comes to removing one of these garage door springs. Those things, those are under some serious tension, and I've never removed a garage door before, so I'm a little nervous about doing that. Now, what I might end up doing is just replacing the whole thing, replacing the whole garage door, having somebody come out, put in a new garage door, because the garage door we have here it's pretty bad shape. It's kind of gross, and it's got, it's pretty dirty, and it's got a pretty good sized gap underneath it, which needs to be fixed anyways. I was gonna just do that with some kind of seal, but maybe we'll just end up replacing the whole door. The only issue with replacing the whole door going that way, which is the way I would like to do it, just tear the whole thing down or disassemble the whole thing, drywall that front wall, and then put up a whole new door. I'd really like, that'd be the right way to do it and the way I really want to do it. The only issue is, well, garage doors aren't free. And I'm a bit on a budget here with this. So I have to figure out if I can find some budget somewhere to get a garage door maybe, or just figure out maybe we'll just drywall around all that structure. I'm not sure yet. If you have any ideas, if you've done this before, or you know a good way of taking care of this drywall on the front wall, because we need this to be all sealed. I need to seal everything up. If you have any ideas, let me know down in the comment section. I really do appreciate all the ideas you guys leave down there. Now we're going to take a quick break for some commercials, because I might have a garage door I need to buy. So we need to take a quick break for a commercial break. But when we come back, I've got some other things I want to update you on and talk about. So don't go anywhere. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I really do appreciate it. Now, I wanted to talk real quick about a poll that I had posted previously in the community tab about doing a paint video. So I had started the series, a Let's Find Out series, where we take some different products and we compare them and we let's find out what the best product is. And I had put up a poll about paint because I wanted to, for me, I had an interest in testing. I use a lot of paints, so I wanted to test these paints, but I used a poll for, would you rather see model-specific paints or Lexan body paints or polycarbonate paints? And you guys pretty overwhelmingly wanted to see a comparison of the polycarbonate paints. Now, don't worry, you guys that voted for the model paints, I'll probably be doing one on that also, but we're gonna start with the polycarbonate paint to see what is the best paint. There's a ton of different paints out there to paint those clear, your clear RC bodies with. What is the best paint? What holds up the best? What sprays the best? What tapes the best? These are the kind of things I want to find out. I want to do a Let's Find Out about. But what I was going to ask you guys, well, one, I was going to say thank you for taking part in that poll. It really helps direct me in the correct direction for things you guys want to see. So thank you very much for that. But also I was going to ask you, I have a list of paints that I think I want to use. You know, the normal candidates like your Tamiya paints, Duratrax makes some paints. Anyways, the kind of normal suspects, I have those, but are there some specific paints that you would like to see in this test or in this Let's Find Out video? Let me know down in the comments section. Is there a certain paint that you use a lot of on your bodies and you want to find out, is that the best? Or is there one that you've heard of or been seeing around and you want to find out, is maybe this one a little better? Let me know down in the comment section if there is a paint that you want to see used in this Let's Find Out. I'm going to be doing this very soon. So let me know down in those comment sections. And like I said, I'm going to be testing things like coverage. And then, of course, the normal things like price and volume and all those like we did with the glue video. If you haven't seen the glue video, the CA glue video, by the way, guys, go check it out. I think it's pretty cool video, so go check that out. But we'll be doing like pricing, volume, coverage, how well does it cover, how well does it tape? This has always been important to me because I never just spray a body. I always do some kind of design and you got to tape in those designs. So I'm going to see how well it masks, because different paints work differently when you apply masking and remove the masking. So different things like that. And what I thought I'd do is we'll do 5, maybe 6 different types of paints. So what I'll do is I'll get the corresponding number of clear Lexan bodies or clear polycarbonate bodies, probably like 24 scale, some little ones. And we'll just get, if we do 5 paints, I'll get 5 of those bodies, 6 of the bodies. And then we'll do 6 different bodies and test it out. Find out what works the best. What's the best bang for the buck, that kind of thing. That's what's important to me, really. What am I going to get the best out of my money for? So we'll do it that way. Again, let me know what you'd like to see in this video as far as the paints go. And if you have any ideas of how to test them a little bit, let me know down in the comments down below. But I really thank you for joining me, guys. Hey, go check out the Teespring shop. I've got a bunch of stuff listed over in the Teespring shop. If you'd like, join the channel down below. I'm actually starting a new exclusive series for channel subscribers and for patrons too. So go check out the Patreon page if that's something you'd rather do. All those links are down in the description below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, leave me those comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.